And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, it is official beat the heck out of Alabama week. All right, we're here. I know a lot of people around the country, man, a lot of my Aggies out there are just not feeling it this week. I've been seeing a lot of things in which, man, a lot of my Aggies have just kind of gave up. It's a lot of people around the country that has given up on the season. But I tell you one thing. First and foremost, I haven't given up. Second, this team hasn't given up. Okay? Third, man, this head coach is not giving up. So you guys don't need to give up me. We need to be behind them. And I have strong faith that they can still have a good season. Hell, I still have faith that they can have a hell of a season. Okay? I'm not looking at 3-2 record and saying, oh, well, man, let's go ahead and flush the season now. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Because the minute you do that, that's the minute when this team does that. All right? I still have very high expectations for this team. This team still has every bit of the SEC goals right in front of them. Guys, we're only 1-1 in SEC play. I'm going to say that once again. We're only 1-1. All right? The team that just beat us, they're now 1-1. That's it. Leave it to rest. That's behind us now. So now we get into official beat the heck out of Alabama week. That picture that was on the cover right there with Will Anderson. Will Anderson said, man, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful for any team to step on the field. We go to Tuscaloosa. We play in prime time again. We have to go down there and we have to shock the world again. All right, no ifs, ands, and buts about it. You got to go down there and you got to shock the world again. It's ironic to me that the same team that beat us last year beat us this year as well. And what happened after they beat us? Oh, man, let's go ahead and flush the season. I'll forget about it. Oh, man, I don't want to hear it anymore, man. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how you keep that faith that you having, but, man, I just don't believe in this team, man, at all. I heard the same exact words. The same thing. So I'm going to tell you the same thing again. Give me my Aggies to win this ball game. All right, give me my Aggies to shock the world. You heard it here. You've been hearing it all season. All right, I'm going to say it once again. You've been hearing it all season. I'm not going to stop because somebody feels like I should stop out there. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. I am here. A&M is here. Those players are here. And they hear everything that you guys hear. All right? I just want you all to know that. They hear everything that you all hear. But they have faith. Donovan Green came on the show with I think Billy Lucci on yesterday, which is the Stack podcast. No, the Stack show. And he told Billy Lucci, man, shit, we just got to go out there and shock the world. And it is what it is. All right, so let's look at a couple of things here. First and foremost, man, I'm going to start off with defense. This is what we have to go up against. Alabama is number 2 in the SEC so far as defense is concerned. And this is points per game I'm talking about. So far as points per game, Alabama is number 2. You scroll down that list, A&M is number 5. I'm going to say it once again, A&M is number 5. You go back to the Mississippi State game, A&M still only gave up 28 points defensively. And that is to a hell of a Mississippi State Bulldog team that's just known for scoring points. All right? They only gave up 28. I feel like their defense can go out there and they can show up again. All right? So, it is what it is on that. On the offensive side of the ball, well, you know what? Let's stick to defense here. Let's stick to defense. So yards allowed. Alabama is number 1 with yards allowed. They're allowing only 236 yards per game. A&M is number 9 358.6 yards a game. All right, that's A&M. Only reason why that is like the way it is because we let a lot of rushing yards go on this team. I have no clue of why we're letting that many rushing yards go. Then again, I do. It's because of a three-man front. I do not like it. But if that's what we're going to do, then we have to execute on it. All right. So A&M with rushing yards allowed, they are number 12 in the SEC with 851 rushing yards given up, 170 per game. The crazy thing about this that just continuously trips me out, they have only given up 3 rushing touchdowns. That is just mind blowing. We give up that many rushing yards, we only give up 3 rushing touchdowns. That's it. Alabama is number 1 with 67 rushing yards per game, 4 touchdowns given up on the season. Alabama has given up more rushing touchdowns than what A&M has, and A&M is number 12 in the SEC in rushing yards allowed. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. Okay, it is possible. So let's look at passing yards. Passing yards allowed. As of right now, Alabama is number 1 with 149 passing yards given up. All right, A&M is number 6 with 188 passing yards given up. A&M with passing yards given up is behind LSU, South Carolina, Georgia, and Kentucky. That's crazy to me. The only thing that's knocking A&M with those passing yards allowed is the interceptions, man. It's the interceptions. They only have 1 on the season that they can speak of. I'm going to say this once again. They only have 1 on the season that they can speak of. Alabama also only has 1 interception on the season that they can speak of. Both of these teams together, and we're just speaking on A&M here, they're not getting turnovers. They're not getting turnovers. This is the reason to why we do find ourselves behind the 8 ball at times. They're not getting turnovers. And don't get me wrong, this offense has been bad. This offense has been super bad. I will not sugarcoat that. I just want to throw this out there, though. From what I'm hearing, and once again, from what I'm hearing from a very trusted source, I don't know when it's going to be made official, but Jimbo Fisher is indeed going to look for offense coordinator. Okay, I'm going to say that once again. Jimbo Fisher will indeed look for offense coordinator. I don't know when that'll be made official. But this is just from what I've heard from a trusted source. But I believe he will be looking for one. Now, once again, this is not clarified. This is not official or anything. All right, so please do not quote me on that. I'm just telling you guys what I'm hearing. All right. Another thing is this here. The keys to winning this game is just consistency overall, just on the offensive side. Defensive side, man, I'm just still not worried about. Offensive side, we just need to gain consistency. It's no doubt in my mind that I believe these guys can win this game. I know where Alabama's weakness is at, and Alabama themselves knows where their weakness is at. Their weakness, their weakness is their cornerbacks. Okay, although I just said they're number 1 in pass defense, their weakness is still at cornerbacks. You got to exploit that. All right, the defensive line looks good. The Alabama defensive line just will be good. Our weakness is our offensive line. And it's the play call. I won't sugarcoat it or anything else but about. I do believe that there were plays that were not made in the Mississippi State game that cost us about 28 points. That cost us about 21 points. Like I told you once before, it was a turnover in the red zone, then turnover in the red zone again. They were up there, about to make points, and then a field goal block, in which I still believe that guy was offsides, but that didn't get caught. It is what it is. It was a field goal block for a touchdown. All right, and then a pick six. It was just squandered opportunities. I don't believe you see that in this game. I just don't. I believe this team is built differently. And I believe in Jimbo Fisher as a head coach. People don't have to like me on what I say on that, and which is fine with me. I don't care. I like Jimbo Fisher as a head coach. I believe he will succeed in Aggieland. I believe we will win 10 games this year. I honestly believe that. I believe their destiny is still in front of them. It has to start in Tuscaloosa all over again. All right. They will build this game up. Don't let them tell you differently. But they will build this game up. College game day ain't gonna be there. That's fine. They need to go out there to Lawrence anyways because they're 2 undefeateds. Fine with me. All I'm saying is, if this game is a clean game, because we've seen A&M have a clean game and win, this is what they have to do. They have to have a clean game down there in Tuscaloosa. They can do it, but they just got to put it out there. All right? Understand that guys haven't given up. The locker room is not lost. Before anybody comes and say that, the locker room is not lost. The locker room is right there, still intact. They're just waiting on their head coach to release them. And in this game, man, we just need to see a lot of people be released. The tight ends need to be released. The wide receivers need to be released downfield. You got Moose Muhammad, and Moose Muhammad has emerged as a threat. He needs to be released. Evan Stewart is still there, and he's still gaining 5 receptions a game as a true freshman. That's damn good. Release him. All right, so I believe we'll see much better play calling, and we'll see a general overall improvement. All right, so that's all I have for you guys on today. I'll be back on tomorrow. Love all of you. Please make sure that you subscribe to the show and hit that like button. #GigMax.